It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Lions on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year. And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some noise. Detroit, of course, we know the story of their franchise. They're just trying to get out of that NFC North basement.
But one thing I know about you, partner, you're extremely empathetic, and you do feel for those Lions fans because they have not had a postseason win to celebrate since 1991. They are excited about the direction the franchise is headed, though. They thought they had a good draft, they love their front office, and they really like their head coach. As for Philadelphia, they made some moves during the draft and the free agency.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. With fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Prescott. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. And this one complete to Will Fuller. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Fuller's 2021 season never really got started, appearing in only 2 games and making just 4 catches. He's hitting reset for his 7th NFL season and trying to build on his career best stats from 2020. That'll be a first down for the former first-rounder.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And some room to run now. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Prescott to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Prescott. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sermon will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And he'll be marked down at the 1. 3rd and goal, option right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. You know, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
22-yard line.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Philadelphia lost Brandon Graham to an Achilles injury just 2 games into the 2021 season. He had 8 sacks in each of the 2 seasons prior, making the 2020 Pro Bowl.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They run out of the gun with Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Drops this one down to Gainwell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Book. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Give him 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Prescott now from the 50. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down. Another run with Sanders. Shifts by at the 15. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here. It looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete.
On second down, Swift. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 17-0 our score after 1.
That's good for the Lions.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to DJ Chark. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got him in. It's Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's into the hands of Pascal.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They go play action with Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw his Book. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. Touchdown! Kylan Granson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
The pass on 1st down. Complete to Jamison Williams. A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Detroit Lions.
Swift going to try up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Seibert's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So from an offensive perspective, at least able able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
11 more on that one and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen,
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this one's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's good.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And that one tightly contested thus far. 17-all at the half. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
No whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Sanders will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Kenneth Gainwell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's good. For the Lions, first down.
They'll look to throw again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Ross St. Brown
from 19 yards away.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Taking it about the 1.
The Eagles take over.
And out now come the Eagles.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Prescott now. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down, Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a toss play right to Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
brings up
They'll look to throw here. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
a gain of 9 yards.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's a handoff to Swift. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll set up a throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing. Prescott. Keeps himself upright. Buying time. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And he's got room.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That good for 19 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott now, option right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, this is caught by Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A gain of 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
For Jamison Williams, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head.
He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They run with Sanders off the option. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. A beautiful fake. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. Back to throw here. They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On
on 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And the Lions first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one too low.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Lions go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now again, a run with Gainwell.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And the missed field goal, that was big. That keeps them within 2 scores, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.